Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again with Day Dos of Echo Zeros. Cha, cha, cha. Babies, 80's week. Yes, indeed, that wonderful week that we get every year where everyone in the community talks about non-horror movies that took place in the 80's. Yes, indeed, released in the 80's, and it has to be non-horror. It has to be something that we haven't reviewed before. And as a horror channel, well, the opportunity to talk about non-horror movies is quite refreshing. I love horror movies. You know that I live and bleed horror. My visage would let you guess. So, but I also like action movies. I like fantasy movies. I grew up in the 80's like a lot of people. And people that are rediscovering the 80's and movies from the 80's had such weird, batshit crazy ideas that truly made it a unique and standalone decade. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I quite like the 80's. Yes. So, what movie are we going to talk about today for Day Dos of 80's Week? Well, we just talked about Robo-War, Predator knockoff with Red Brown. But in this one, let's keep it a little weird with a movie that it's starring a person that, had some controversies. But again, who among us doesn't have some controversies or some issues? Some serious issues in this case, but take in mind that this person was pretty messed up, even from an early age. Accounts say that he had a fucking terrible childhood, and then thrust into such a young age into fame and everything that came around, and will probably fuck you up pretty badly. But I'm not going to talk about the personal life. I want to talk about the artist. And goddammit was this guy super talented. He danced well, he sang well, super creative. Whenever a new music video would come out, it was a big event. It was a big deal. They would announce it in all the TV stations and the radios. And when something new would pop out, it was like huge. And when he dropped a new move, holy shit, it was a big deal. And the person that I'm alluding to is Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Yes, indeed. Started with the Jackson 5s, and then it went solo. Then went through this really interesting transformation that you could clearly see. And but again, that's involving all the issues that he had. But he was super talented. I remember when Thriller was huge, and I fucking loved Thriller. But then Bad also got a lot of hype. I'm not a big fan of Bad, but my jam's Thriller. But yes, it was a big deal. Anytime Michael Jackson would release a new product, a new song or what have you, it was huge. And he always tried to innovate with, I don't remember the name of the song, but with the face morphing thing that he did in that one, that was really cool. So they decided to release the subject of what we're going to talk about, Moonwalker, which is a movie starring Michael Jackson. And, a lot of people say movie in quotes because it's really just a collection of music videos. And, but I quite dug it. So, Moonwalker starts with a song in a concert. It's Michael Jackson's in the concert, and he's singing Man in the Mirror. And they're showing all the people that have filled up the stadium where he's at, and just enjoying Michael Jackson. Because again, Michael Jackson was fucking huge. Big deal. A lot of people might forget how big and a big deal Michael Jackson was. But he was, and the first music video is him singing Man in a Mirror, and all the people just going crazy for him. Then it cuts to the title card, and then we go to the second music video, which is more like an anthology of his life. How he started early on, started on Jackson 5, started doing his solo career, made Thriller, which is, boom, exploded into the media and the mainstream, then did a whole bunch of other stuff, and then we have Bad. And in Bad, it kind of goes into this, everyone that's an adult turns into a kid version of themselves, and it's a little bit more goofy, but it's Bad just with kids. And it's not bad, the song's named Bad. And then it goes into my favorite segment of this movie, where it turns into claymation. Yes, indeed. Animation probably done by the same people that did the California Raisins. Remember the California Raisins? Yes, indeed. The animation, it's very cool. I love stop motion, clay motion animation. And there's a segment when it starts getting really freaky deaky, let me tell you, where the claymation things turn like fucking monsters, and you're like, holy shit! Oh my god! Burn it with fire! Burn it with fire! But I kind of love it! And they're all chasing Michael Jackson. And then he goes into this costume area, and he comes out like a rabbit, like Bugs Bunny. And then he's like trying to escape everything while he's singing his song. And then at the end he has a dance-off with the clay motion bunny. And it might look a little dodgy nowadays. Especially if you up the resolution. You know, high def tends to bring out a little bit more of the faults of the special effects of the 80s. But still, it looks pretty cool. I love the animation. I fucking love how the claymation works. And how everything looks. It looks kind of like weird and disturbing. My favorite segment of this thing is the claymation. Then we have a really weird one where it's like with pictures that get cut up and animated. And he's like stuck in this roller coaster. And then he gets up. I don't much care for that one. Visually it looked cool, but not my favorite one. Then we get into what you would assume would be the story of the thing. With Michael Jackson with a pair of kids. With a couple of kids. And they encounter Joe Pesci. And this guy is really into bugs and drugs. Smooth operation. And I've always wanted his glasses. His glasses that hopefully I'll remember to edit here. Look really cool. Joe Pesci looks really cool with these little glasses things that he has. And Michael Jackson and the kids come across this evil scheme to get everyone hooked on drugs. And they escape, and now he's hunting them with these really cool stormtrooper dressed in black jackets and everything, and they're shooting everything up. And then he transforms into a car, really badass, good-looking car, and then it gets away. And then we have my second favorite scene in this movie, which is the smooth criminal thing. Like, digga-digga-digga-din-din, digga-din-din, digga-din-din. Oh! Yes, indeed! And I love the choreography of this. And to this day, I wish I knew how they do the whole, like, they're standing still, and then they tilt. They're really close to I tried doing it once, fell flat on my ass, hit my head. I'm like, God damn it, I guess I'm not just as smooth as Michael Jackson. But they even did it in live concerts, because I was thinking, well, maybe because it's a movie, they use strings, and that's how they were able to do the smooth criminal thing. But then I saw a couple of videos of them doing it live in concert. I'm like, well, fucking shit, how'd they do that? Never could do it. And then as the years have gone by, I've gotten a little chunkier, so gravity does not help me do the smooth criminal thing. But then he escapes. The Joe Pesci character kidnaps the girl that's with him. He goes to rescue her, and then he turns into Optimus Prime, basically. And he transforms, shoots everyone dead, and then he turns into a spaceship. And then Joe Pesci comes out with a giant death laser, and they have a fight. Joe Pesci gets blown to Kingdom Come. Michael Jackson fucks off and gets destroyed by a star. And then he comes back, saves the kids again, and he does one more concert thing where he's singing Come Together in a very rock kind of thing. And yes, indeed, and that's Moonwalker. Boy, what an experience. I've seen this drunk, and it's a trip. I don't know, I've never been able to do it, watch this high, but I'm sure that would be really trippy, seeing all the clay motion things whilst high. Drunk, very, very unique experience. High might be something that someone who wants to try it out might want to give it a chance. Yes, indeed. But is it a movie, or it's just a collection of music videos? Well, it does have that story segment, and it is what is considered the length of a movie, so I would consider it a movie. But it's very innovative, like I said. Even the segments that I don't really care for, like the one with the little clips and he's in the roller coaster, visually looks really cool. But, and again, the whole robot thing makes not a lick of sense, but it looks fucking cool. I like the visuals and the whole Joe Pesci transforming Michael Jackson thing. So, put the controversy of the life of Michael Jackson behind and just watch this as a medium for a movie, and I highly enjoy it. I highly recommend watching it. I know it came out on VHS and had a limited DVD release. I think it got a Blu-ray release. Because of the music rights, I guess this was kind of hard to release for a while. But if you can find the physical media of Moonwalker, I saw it on Prime, but Prime has this thing that sometimes you can find a movie for free, and then the next week they start charging you to rent or buy, so fuck you, Amazon Prime. But if you can find the physical media, I would recommend you give it a watch. It's really, really cool. The music's top-notch, the dancing's top-notch, the choreography is top-notch, and the visuals are amazing. Give Moonwalker a chance if you haven't seen it, and be thrown back to the time of the 80s when Michael Jackson was truly the king of pop, and he just reigned supreme with his awesomeness. Yes, indeed. Have you seen Moonwalker? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you still not understand what the fuck the movie is about? Let us know in the comments down below. And stay tuned for day 3 of Echo Zero's 80s Week. And again, support everyone that is doing content for 80s Week. They put out really good stuff. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.